Hi guys, today I will explain to you the last topic we saw, ellipse. And a very easy way to explain it is using some food. And for this one I will use some Twinkies. I will place the Twinkie at the center 0,0 that I draw on a plate. It's gonna be here. So you can see the x-axis and the y-axis. With the Twinkie placed on the Cartesian plane, the things you can get from it are two: the major axis length and the minor axis length. For this video I already measured to make things easier for me, and I will use these toothsticks so you can see it. This is the major axis length, and as you know, major axis equals 2/8, so I will write it here on my paper. Major axis is 2a. Since I measured before, I know that this equals 10. With this information, now I know that the distance from the center to the vertex is 5, or my a equals 5, because 10 divided by 2, it will give me 5. So I have my major axis. The next thing I can get it from my Twinkie is the minor axis. And the minor axis I will place it here. Also I measured before, and it's 3 centimeters the length. So minor axis, that for this one is going to be 2b equals 3. With this 3 thing, I can find easily my ABC values and start to write all the equations I need. So the A for this one is going to be 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5, and the V is going to be 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. And yes, we are going to use some decimals. The C value is the one that I need to get, and for that one I need to use the condition that you already know. That is a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Since I need C, I will put it here. C equals a squared, I will pass the b to the other side, so it's going to be minus b squared, and I need to take also the square root of this 2 subtraction so I can get my value. So I will replace the information I have. So the square root of a squared is 25 minus b squared, that is 1.5, and 1.5 11 to the second is 2.25. 25 minus 2.25 is the radical of 75, sorry. And the value is 4.769, that I will round it to 4.77. So now you know all the values you need, A, B, C, and the center, so you can start with the equations. Also, I cut this little paper so you can see it here. From the center to the minor axis, remember you are going to see the V value, and from the center to the major axis you are going to see the A value. Right. Okay, I placed it here, A, V, and the last one is the C. The C is going to be from the center to there. Here, since it's 4.77, it's going to be very near the 5. Here's your focus. Can you see it now? The focus, and also on the other side is going to be here. 4.77 is almost 5. Now that you have all the elements, the focuses, C, A, B, minor axis, major axis, and the center, you need to remember the equation for the ellipse, that in this case is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals 1. Remember, it's almost the circumference formula, but the thing that you need to remember is that we are going to divide it by a and b. A needs to be below the major axis. In this case, the major axis is in the x-axis. That's why I place it here, below the x. And the v square needs to be in the other side. If you have vertical ellipse, then like this one, in this case, instead of a square below the x, you need to place it below the y's. So you need to replace the values given before. H and k are the values from the center, and in this case, since it's 0, 0, your standard form will start with x minus 0 squared will be x squared divided by a squared, and a squared is 5 to the second, that is 25, plus y minus k, and minus k is 0, so it's going to be only y squared divided by b squared. B squared is 1.5, that elevated to the second is 2.25 equals 1. This is your standard form for the equation of the ellipse of the Twinkie. Now, in order to transform the standard form to general form, what we need to do is multiply the denominators. So 25 times 2.25 is 56.25, and it's going to be all multiplied by and if you divide 56.25 by 25 is going to give you 2.25 x squared plus 56.25 divided by 2.25 is going to give you 25 x squared, y squared, equals 56.25 times 1 is 56.25. So what you need to remember is that you need to switch the denominators to the coefficients. The y denominator will be the x coefficient, and the x denominator will be the y coefficient. At the end, what we need to do is to pass plus 25y squared the 56.25 to the other side. Why? Because our equation needs to be equal 0. And the other rule that we need to follow is that we cannot leave the coefficient with decimals or fraction. If you remember, I will write it here, 2.25 can be divided or can be converted to quarters, because 0.25 equals a quarter. 2.25, it will be 9 quarters. So what we need to do here is multiply everything by 4 in order to have the whole numbers we're looking for. So 4 times 2.25 equals 9x squared, plus 4 times 25 is 100 y squared, minus 4 times 56.25 is minus 225 equals 0. So the last step that you need to remember is to convert the decimals to fraction, and that way you will have the number you need to multiply by in order to have whole numbers in your general form. This is your general form, and that's how we calculate everything from a Twinkie to the general form. Thank you.